After a hard battle, the Electoral Commission named Jerry Ahmed as winner of the Weija-Gbawe parliamentary seat. He won the seat on the governing New Patriotic Party's ticket. Well, this morning on Newsdesk, we'll engage him on his thoughts and how he plans to transform that constituency. That constituency, we know, has always been a safe seat for the NPP. But we look at the performance this year. Last election in the year 2020, Tina Mensah won that seat by 58.1% vote, but this time he won it by a little about 51% vote. And so we're just looking at that constituency and what's in store for us in that constituency. Jerry Ahmed joins us live via Zoom. Thank you for your time here on Newsdesk. Let's start with your victory. How does it feel? That night was quite chaotic. I was there in person.
Hello.
I can hear you, Jerry, loud and clear. Thanks for joining us here on Newsdesk. I was just
barely hear you.
You can barely hear me. I'm sure our technical team will work on that so that we just get clear connection to Jerry Ahmed. He is the NPP parliamentary candidate
now, so we can have the
Weija-Gbawe. He tells me his connection is better now, and he won that seat. I was there with you the whole night, quite chaotic. Whilst collation of the results happened, we saw some of the NDC supporters trying to, take over the collation center. It was quite tense. As we speak, the NDC is even still contesting the results. How do you feel, really, winning that seat?
Faustina, I need to say Ayeko to you because I remember you being there for close to 3 days, 3 nights actually.
Indeed.
And I had to walk to you to ask whether or not you were okay, and all the hooliganism and then the target that had to come in.
I seem to be losing connection to Jerry Ahmed.
I'm quite excited you are safe and sound. I'm okay. I know it's just one of the things with...
I think there's a bit of delay. Let's work our lines.
I am ready to work.
Jerry, I'm told by my technical team that you might have to listen to us through the Zoom and not through your TV set. That way we don't have a delay in our sound. I'm sure your technical team can work that out for you. We're just engaging the NPP parliamentary candidate. He has been elected the NPP parliamentary candidate for Weija-Gbawe, and he won that seat. We're just engaging him this morning. And he was sharing with me your victory thoughts. How does it feel winning that seat, though? Well, on your screens there, Jerry Ahmed, we're still working the lines to get clear connection to him. We're your election headquarters, and it's our job to give you updates as to what is happening across the country. We told you about the Weija-Gbawe constituency. That seat ordinarily has been a safe seat for the NPP since the year 2004 when Shelley Ayokobotre won the seat. Now, the NPP has consistently maintained that seat up until now. They presented Jerry Ahmed. Many call him the giant slayer because he actually defeated Tina Mensah during the NPP primaries to become the NPP parliamentary candidate. He contested that seat with the NDC. That night for the collation of the result was quite chaotic. If you were watching the Joy News channel, you saw a military invasion of the place to keep calm. The NDC contested the results in that seat. As we speak, even the pink sheet after the EC declared the results hasn't been signed by reps from the NDC. We're just trying to get clearer connection to Jerry Ahmed, and then we just engage him. Now, I'm told I have better connection to Jerry Ahmed. Just share with me your thoughts. How does it feel winning that seat?
Well, in the midst of the tsunami, you should feel that it hasn't come easy. It's been just by the grace of God and with the massive support of the people within the constituency. I think there was something which was very clear. I endeared myself to the people. I showed them that I care. I worked very hard. I did morning evangelisms. I visited all the church stations, visited all the taxi stations, spoke to people, got on taxis and church, did a delivery of my policies and messages. I'm one person who can say that I did health screening exercises for more than 50 times, and they were very intensive. Visited a lot of homes, spoke to the people, tried to understand their issues, tried to put a certain resolution to those issues. And it can best be that God was my major savior on this matter. And the people of Weija-Gbawe spoke, and they spoke clearly. I know the conversation has been that, yes, we've had very high margins in this constituency. But I came in with that understanding that that is a facade. It's a facade because generally it wasn't looking very good. And therefore, I have always granted interviews and told media personnel that I would rather see it as I had a deficit of 14,000 and I needed to make up. So I was working like I was rather in the position, whilst my opponent was always sleeping. And you can bear witness to the fact that even in the coalition, he was sleeping. He slept throughout the period. He slept for close to 3 days. I never moved. I was standing, sitting, calculating, getting my people to get everything right and proper. And by God's grace, we delivered. And yes, we are ready to still work in collaboration with my other colleagues who have shown magnanimity. They've called me to congratulate me. They have even come around as I speak with you. I have with me Honorable Eric Ofori, who is for LPG, is here with me. Honorable George Finn is also here with me. And then Honorable Sylvia Beje is here with me. And these are people that contested. They've shown magnanimity. They've shown that Weija-Gbawe matters to them. They've shown that if one wins today, there is a possibility another can win tomorrow. And that if you lose, concede and let there be peace. Faustina, just 2 days ago, the EC officials in Weija-Gbawe, that includes the returning officer and the district elections officer, they were besieged. I mean, the offices of the EC was besieged. They were threatened. I mean, a woman within a certain month, and you know what women go through. This was what happened. She was tortured. Whatever she was not expecting her to just come through. I mean, just because the NDC parliamentary candidate, Felix Odatilante, he's been lying to his people that he won an election. Meanwhile, in their own coalition strong room, they've provided him with figures. They furnished him with same. He knows that he lost by more than 2,000 votes. He is very much aware. They've released their own reports, which I can share with your station.
We'll be glad to have that side, because I know that Felix Odatilante is contesting the results from that coalition center, specifically at Weija-Gbawe. They are confident that they indeed won the seat. And so that information you have would be important. We'll try and raise Felix Odatilante in subsequent interviews just to get his side of the story. But then I'm just wondering, how do you plan to bring these individuals who are staunch supporters of Felix Odatilante on board? Because you would be governing that constituency for the next 4 years.
I've been trying to do this, thinking that, or against the background that peace and unity is key. You cannot run or serve in a constituency like Weija-Gbawe without understanding that you need to bring all hands on deck. I've called on all the traditional leaders who have called me to congratulate me. I've called on my colleagues who are here now. It's the way forward, it's a step forward. I've spoken to some of the people who are, with all due respect, sheepishly following Felix without knowing the exact situation, to stand down and let them even attend to the books, get the pink sheets, get to their whole constituency executives, get them to furnish them with the data, get them to look at the reports that their own constituency executives have shared, and then that perhaps can give them reason to know that, listen, let's not be following this man who's deceiving us. I need everybody to be on board, including Felix. In fact, if Felix had conceded and there were no issues, he's one of the persons I would have visited by date. I would have gone to him to tell him that, listen, it's Weija-Gbawe that matters. It's the peace and tranquility within this constituency that matters. It's the development that matters. We lack a lot of issues. There are major problems with roads. There are major problems with drains. We are normally within and over a flooding situation. We find ourselves in a lot of schools that need rehabilitation and renovations. We need to support our youth who are largely getting involved in all manner of behaviors that we don't want to see them continue. There are major issues. So if you have any doubt and you think that you are challenging, the best place to go is to go to the court instead of fostering and fomenting troubles. We don't need that. We need peace. We need all manner of people to be on board for us to develop Weija-Gbawe in the form and manner that each and every person is expecting us to see. It is not for us to be fighting and be causing unnecessary problems and be saying that I've won an election when you know. It's not, in his case, it's not he ought to have known. He knows that he has lost. So if you know you have lost, please come together. Let's come together. Let's unite. Let's work together. Let's get the youth transformed. Let's get the constituency transformed. Let's get the chiefs and traditional leaders and all stakeholders, the church, the clergy, the Muslim clerics, everyone on board. Let's see how best we can get Weija-Gbawe to become a better place. That, for me, is key. It's not just about an election. If he actually won and he feels that he did, the best way to address or redress this issue is to go to the courts. Let
me come in at this point, because Weija-Gbawe is quite a huge constituency. And so I'm looking at within the next 4 years, what would you be focusing on in that constituency?
So for me, largely whatever I've started, I pray that I continue. So like I indicated, I've been running free health screenings, and I believe that the people need total health care. Not everybody has the money to go to the hospital. So one of the major things I can do is to run the screenings almost every weekend in every electoral area and repeat same to whatever period. So first of all, provide them with the necessary medications. I gave out a lot of BP monitors or BP machines to the adults. So now the older people who are 60 years and above, and I'm still going to do that. I did a lot of surgeries for women with fibroid. I did a lot of surgeries for men with hernia. I'm still going to do that. I registered a lot of people on the National Health Insurance Scheme, which for me, it's key. I believe that by 2032, each and every person within Weija-Gbawe should have a National Health Insurance card so that you can access the health facility without so much hassle. I intend to use whatever I'm giving, and I insist on that most MPs are giving what we call the MP's vehicle loan or car loan. I intend to use that to complement what President Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia got for us as in the form of a drip. I intend to use those monies to buy grader machines that are used for the construction of roads. I'm never going to buy a V8 for the purposes of being a member of parliament. I insist that even if I'm on a motorbike and my constituents can believe that Jerry is serving as well and he's used his money to buy a grader, I am going to do that.
Let me come in at this point, because we have to let you go, I am told. In just 1 minute, as we wrap up the conversation, you're one of the new faces we'll be seeing in Parliament, coming the 9th Parliament that will take effect from the 7th of January. What should we expect from you in 1 minute?
You should expect a real Ghanaian. I'm going to represent the Ghanaian people. I'm going to let the Ghanaian people understand that Ghana first, whatever matters, irrespective of partisan lines. I want to believe that whatever my people within Weija-Gbawe would prefer is whatever I'm going to stand up for, and not to just follow my party.
Thank you, Jerry Ahmed Shaib. He is the winner for the Weija-Gbawe seat on your screen.